Effective transport system is the life wire of a sprawling and growing city like Lagos. This is why members of the State House of Assembly are commending Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu for his vision in transforming the sector in the states. The Speaker, Mudashiru Obasa, and his colleagues shared encomium on Governor Sanwo-Olu on Tuesday for his effort at completing the state's rail project and expanding transportation through waterways. Let's share the story by TVC News Abimbola Agbebi.
The desire to make commuting a lot easier for the growing population in Lagos through the introduction of the Red Line rail projects by the state government is fast becoming a reality as the state governor gradually ramps up work on the completion of the infrastructure. The first business of the day before the state lawmakers as they returned from a 6-week recess was to commend the state governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu for recent efforts made towards improving transportation system in the state.
I read in the papers that the governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, was in the US to inspect trains for a red line that is being constructed in Lagos. Mr. Speaker, I want to say that this is a very welcome development. Transportation in Lagos, a megacity, a smart city, goes beyond vehicles.
With the daily struggle to move around the state occasioned by traffic congestion, commuters spending hours on end sitting through the fender-to-bumper situation, the lawmakers are happy that respite is finally coming.
The modernization of this train service system that we have today and that is coming to our dear state is just a pointer to the continuation of the spirit of governance that we've had since 1999.
Far away from this country, people that we met complain about traffic from one state to the other. So we think, and I share his sentiment for the fact that the governor has made efforts to secure train that will convey people from one location to another within the state. I think it's commendable, and not just a train, it is a new one, and that has capacity to move thousands of people, and is to relieve people of the harrowing experience that we all, including ourselves.
The Red Line is a 37-kilometer track with 11 stations and if launched, will be the first operational metro system in West Africa and the first of its kind in Nigeria. Abimbola Agbebi, TVC News, Lagos.
For a state government to embark on this kind of audacious projects, that means Lagos is always that city, that's the mega city we're talking about, and this is the vision coming alive.
It's a state like no other. There's no state in our country that you can compare to Lagos. There's absolutely no state. Lagos is like a country on its own. Lagos is rubbing shoulders with some countries in Africa. Its economy is one of the largest in the continent. So it's a state like no other. And sometimes I ask myself, by the time the new port opens, by the time Dangote finishes the work that is doing at 650,000 barrel capacity refinery, of course, Lagos, the economy of Lagos will be a lot stronger. My only concern is that corridor. What are they doing? Because I raised that question some time ago with the governor, that what are you going to do about that corridor? Because trucks will be heading in that direction. They said they are going to build, yes, it will even be worse than Apapa, given that we no longer move petroleum products through the pipelines because of vandals. People will come to Lagos all the way from the farthest point in our country to bring petrol, to come and lift petrol. It will not stop. It will continue even with the coming of Dangote. So we need to find a way to create alternative routes for people. Otherwise, the people living in that Lekki corridor, they will be in trouble. Lekki right up to Ajah, they will be in serious trouble. So
we must begin to look
we think that this refinery could come on stream maybe by the first quarter of next year. If God answers our prayers, then what are we doing? So the city is expanding, the state is expanding in all spheres, but the governor has to be one step ahead. One of the laudable things that they've done is this rail project. When I was discussing the speed of the train with a friend of mine, he said, see, this train will do Lagos to Maiduguri in just about 3 hours. So you can imagine the speed. You know, he said, we'll do Lagos to Maiduguri in about 3 hours. So
it's not like a regular old locomotive. At least you saw inside, they took a kind of tour inside, and it's brand new.
It's like we had in the report. It is quite something people should be happy about, and I'm quite impressed. Well, of course, Lagos is different with the lawmakers. The kind of support they have been giving Mr. Governor in his strides to change Lagos is commendable, and for them to actually dedicate a whole sitting to discuss this. And if you take a look at the red line that Lagos is planning, it is such that it is going to ease the problems of transportation in Lagos. And we were just talking about what will happen when Dangote Refinery opens, when other efforts at development take off. But the truth is, we should begin to look in the direction of other forms of transportation, like rail, to even move this fuel we are talking about. It is not impossible. If we have good railway system,
they are even setting up tracks to get to that refinery.
To where we take the fuel from and where it is needed. Because
it was like that when we were growing up.
I mean, we know the idea of seeing trailers with loads.
No.
I didn't see it growing up. As young as I am, it's a recent thing. I remember when we go to Osho power line in those days on our way to church. There is a place just across the Lukweju. There are times we wait an hour because trucks carrying goods, especially iron rods, are passing. But so trains, are passing. But coaches. Suddenly, you don't find such spectacles again. Start seeing vehicles on road and take a good look at our roads, damaging the roads.
Piling pressure.
So as we begin to talk about rail in the area of moving people, good idea. Sanwo-Olu has shown us that it is doable. Other state governors should copy. Probably the rail lines will start linking up gradually. If the federal government will not do just one that will go, everywhere. Let's have the states believe in this rail system. We can use to move, reduce haulages on our road, move fuel. That is, in that way, bandits and
move cement,
very heavy duty things. So it's a good idea. Lagos is setting the pace once again. Other states should copy. The federal government too should not just be concerned about a railway that will go to Niger Republic. Let's have a railway that will come from Lagos to Port Harcourt to Kano to the nerve centers of our country, the commercial of commerce to Aba. You see the kind of products we have from these places. If they can easily be moved around, trade will improve. Commerce will get better. Employment will. I just want to commend the governor and the assembly. They are setting the right pace.
And God bless the people who alerted the governor to that opportunity
of getting that trade.
Yes, to know that it was there, and they just.
And I learned that he competed with countries to get that.
Yes, they just. That's what the Americans were saying. What their state lost, a state in Africa has gained. Because there was controversy about the project. Now an African country came, while they were soiling their hands fighting, they just came, took hold of it. So it is our gain. Their loss is our gain. So it's something to be happy about.
The kind of speed
yes, it's the speed. It's the speed that tells us that this is a truly modern train that they are bringing for us. So.